Bienvenidos a Esperanza Vence, donde la Esperanza Vence. Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where hope wins. I was a little bit concerned about background noise because I know the neighbors are partying, and I think, yeah, like people might be coming in and out or whatever. And I thought, well, let me just make my own background noise. So in the background, those are like, it's music that I made, oh gosh, a long time ago. So thank you, Venus retrograde not for long though. We're pulling in the energies right now for the Libra full moon tomorrow, and I think it comes right around 23 degrees of Libra at where I live, Central Standard Time. I think it comes through around 6:22 p.m., something like that, 6:30 p.m. in the evening. And today we're going to pull a 10-card Celtic cross, just trying to pull in the energies of this moon. When we read for the moon, this could be happening to us personally sometimes, but a lot of times it's happening for everybody kind of collectively. Like the moon has its own vibes. I got some Galena over there with Jesus and Mother Mary. Today I'm just going to flip up. This is us. Our challenge. The near past. Near future. Our conscious awareness. Our subconscious awareness. How do we see ourselves? Thank goodness. I started to get worried there for a minute. How do other people see us? Or what's in our environment right now? What are our hopes and fears? And what's the likely outcome if we just keep doing what we're doing? Keep putting one foot in front of the next. Interesting. Huh. Well, you know, maybe we have high hopes for ourselves, you know? Maybe we believe in keeping the dream alive right now. However, it seems that if we keep doing what we're doing and put one foot in front of the next, 9 of Swords energy as the likely outcome, this is energy of worry and fret and even insomnia. So I don't see any wands here in this reading. And you know, this is a fire, our sun is in a fire sign in Aries, and I'm wondering if we can dig into our creativity a little bit. Well, let's start the story from the beginning, but like, I'm kind of already seeing things. You know, this song that's playing right now, it's super messy, but the original song is so beautiful. It's called Rivers, Veins, and Roots, and it's by a band called Mimicking Birds. Sometimes I like write stuff or I make music or something and I completely forget that I did it. Okay, anyway, who are we this full moon in Libra? We are the Five of Swords reversed, crossed by the Devil. So what's that all about? Well, it seems that here there might have been some misunderstandings during the Mercury retrograde, maybe some arguments. Maybe we got in a situation with somebody, like either at home or at work, and it just wasn't worth the argument. So people are retreating in this situation. But with this in the reverse, you know, we might not have been the ones that came out ahead on this one. And it could be a challenge because of toxic behaviors and situations that it's really hard to get out of, you know? Sometimes with the Devil card, like, we're having a good time, but it's just not healthy for us. You know what I mean? Like, we could enjoy, but it's just not healthy for us. This is also really strong Capricorn energy, and, you know, that's energy of, like, earthly things and earthly pleasures, you know, and achievement, too. But, I mean, is that the kind of, I don't know. I mean, sometimes people do think that they have to dig into this energy some to achieve, but I beg to differ. With death reversed in the near past, we might have had a situation where, you know, we thought it was done and over with, and it actually had to come back around again. In the near future, with the King of Pentacles energy, this is a really positive energy of, you know, being able to take care of yourself, being able to take care of your finances, working hard, and being able to take care of the specific seeds that you want to plant for prosperity and longevity and health. So it looks like that health energy is coming in the near future. In our conscious awareness with the Six of Swords reverse, that's similar to the, we had the Five of Swords reverse, now we have the Six of Swords reverse with the Death reverse. Like, this is a situation where we thought the grass was greener on the other side, and turns out it wasn't. You know, in our conscious awareness, we might be thinking about where we can go, what we can do, what we can leave behind, but I would question that. Like, if we're thinking about cutting something off, or cutting someone off, or cutting a situation off, maybe we could just think of the ways that we can deal with our own demons and detoxify ourselves so that, you know, our situations don't necessitate moving from chaos to calm. They'll just be there. With the Ten of Swords in our subconscious awareness, this is like pretty much as, you know, this is the worst it's gonna get. And these, I always say with clients, you know, these are energies that are coming at us from the outside. This isn't really stuff that's like internal from us. Sometimes you just have to lay down and take what's happening, basically. Like, you don't fight back. You just accept that, like, this is happening. I have to dig into this, or this has to dig into me, or, you know, this is like, that can also be kind of negative thought forms from others, or negative vibes in general, just even if they're EMFs, or even if it's like just any type of air energy. Swords represent air in the tarot, so air energy could be thoughts, communications, all these things that, you know, when we worry, these are our worries. These worries belong to us, but subconsciously, whether we realize it or not, we're actually taking in a lot from other people. So maybe we need to, like, up our psychic protection, up our boundaries, have more baths, use a little bit of salt, and actually, oh yeah, Warlanda's cup of coffee with Scream, she was talking about salt today. You know, and just whatever ways that you can kind of purify yourself and your situation enough that you're in a pretty good mood when you come around others in the world, and yeah, then the good vibes can prevail, huh? We see ourselves as a star. So this is great because this is an energy of pouring our hopes and our dreams into something that we, you know, will hope will help not just now, but well into the future. And we're able to be our true selves while we're doing it, right? Our true naked selves. And we have that wisdom too of the seven sisters, and ultimately the protection, the divine protection. So that's a great self belief. You know, it's great that we feel like we can be ourselves and keep our dreams alive. What's in our environment, or how do people see us? Well, maybe they see us as working towards something that's not like amounting to anything, you know, but this is like how other people perceive you in your environment, or in our environment. There could be a case where like we are actually working hard somewhere and it just really isn't amounting to much. Maybe we're a little bit underpaid, for example. Maybe we need to rectify those kind of situations in our lives so that we can at least if we're putting our efforts in, our efforts are going to be stacking up instead of you know, being kind of released like a sieve, right? With the Eight of Swords reversed in our hopes and fears, or what are we projecting, this is good because it seems like in the reverse we're able to get out of negative thought patterns that belong to us. So with the Eight of Swords reversed, you know, we're able to sort of remaneuver how we think about ourselves, at least. But it seems like here, as the likely outcome, if we keep doing what we're doing, we're still going to end up worrying, maybe not about ourselves but about other people. So I'm seeing like the 8, the 9, and the 10 of Swords. You know, with the 8 of Swords, this is like, what negative beliefs do I carry about myself? What self-talk am I doing to myself that keeps me in the quagmire, in the bog, where my feet are wet and soaking, and I just don't feel like I can release myself from a situation. I don't see any other logical options. My options have been exhausted, right? With the 9 of Swords, we've made it inside. Because see, on the 8 of Swords here, they're out in the bog, kind of like in the quagmire, but in the distance there's a castle here, and she belongs back home. Like her feet don't belong to get all wet and soggy like this, and she doesn't necessarily belong here, but she's not exactly sure how she got here, and she's not exactly sure how she can get out, but she needs to get back to this castle. And in the 9 of Swords, you know, she made it back to the castle. She has a really nice comforter, nice duvet, well-carved, you know, bed, but it seems like she's got a lot of worries, a lot on her mind, right? So with the 8 of Swords, I'm worrying about me, but it's mirroring the 9 of Swords. So it's like, not only am I worrying about me, but I'm also worrying about you and everything and everyone else. Or you know, I might not be carrying that self-hatred anymore, you know, but I'm still worried about other things. And this stacking up this way too, like with the star, I'd say let's lean into this energy of definitely keeping our hopes alive, especially because like this is Aquarius energy, and with Venus goes direct, I think about an hour after the full moon goes exact. So within the evening, or within an hour or two of the full moon, Venus is going to go direct, which would definitely reinvigorate our self-perception. If we've been feeling like kind of unable to be our naked, beautiful selves, we felt kind of off, or we felt a little bit just like crunchy. That should be a little bit of a relief. But what powerful cards, huh? Like with the Death reverse, the Devil. I mean, we might just be like really wrestling with our demons, or just demons in general, in the collective, because we are reading for the full moon in Libra. And this is a good song. You know who I am, I'm the star seed. Did you hear what she said? Or me. If you want to listen to any of these songs, they're on my other channel, so you can just click around the music playlist, and I think they're called songs 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something like that. It's just like a pink background. And maybe there's a playlist. I think there's just a playlist you can listen. But yeah, like with Libra energy, we're going to be reviewing the ways in which we show up with ourselves and within our relationships. And I think there's a lot of bigger, major arcana themes that we're dealing with here. And there just might be a lot of thought forms and projections coming at us subconsciously. Because this is, the Five of Swords reversed is us. This is our challenge. The Six of Swords reversed is our subconscious awareness. Or I'm sorry, the conscious awareness is the Six of Swords reverse. Subconscious awareness is the Ten of Swords reverse. So subconsciously, whether we realize it or not, there's a lot of thought forms being like shot at us. And I was thinking that too, because in the other room there was a movie going on, and there's like this, like the soundtracks to movies these days, they're just so like subliminal. It's like subliminally programming. It's got these certain beats and these certain tones that just seem off to me. I don't know. Does any of that stuff seem off to you guys? Like more so than it used to be when we were kids? Like, do you find that when you're watching movies or when you're watching like shows on television, that you hear that background music, and do you ever feel like some kind of way, or do you ever leave the room and only hear the vibrations of the music and stuff, and you're like, what kind of music is that? Hopefully with this gentle music in the background, you've been able to fine-tune your free will and intuition with me. Oops, I'm about to play a cover song here, so actually I'll let it play for a little bit. It's okay. I love you, and I hope that you are loving on yourself and, taking what you need to take and giving what you need to give, and, trying your best to have good trades, All right, peace.